up, y'all? Hey, I fall up on the scene, and baby, I'm mean and I'm clean. I'm all that, yeah. I am Tampa Bay Tammy. You are tuned in to In Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. And I am the star of the hour. I got guests. I got about 3 different guests coming on, but I'm going to give myself about 5, 10, 15 minutes, break it down to you. And then we're going to meet everyone else. Now, today, I woke up with something on my mind. You know, when I wake up with something on my mind, I said, ain't nobody but God. Now, first of all, the topic of today, and I wrote about it on Facebook, so I'm expecting you all to tune in and listen, but the topic of today is love. Yes. Here we go. Here go one of my guests. I'm live on the air. My guest is calling me. I hope you can make it. If you don't, well, next time. I got 2 more here, too. But I'm waiting on you, girl. Hey. Girl, you cannot let nothing in the world stop you. Now, the topic of today is love, sex, and sexual abuse. Yes, love, sex, and sexual abuse. And we're going to talk about the differences of them now in them because it's different. Love, how did you learn sex? How did you learn sex has a lot to do with how much you like it. Now, sex is one of my favorite topics, but people are always a little antsy about it. But I feel like I'm at the point I can discuss it freely. I'm grown, married 30-something years, got all my babies, they're grown, so I can say whatever the hell I want to. Yes, and it's my radio show. So I'm talking about love, sex, and sexual abuse. Now, if you learned sex in the wrong way, you're not going to like sex. I love sex, okay? I learned sex with a young man that was my boyfriend. I was in love, he was in love, and we just had a good time, okay? Experimenting and loving it. It wasn't nothing nasty about it. Now, when you learn it wrong, sometimes it's nasty. Okay, some people learn it through molestation. Some people learn it through sneaking, doing something they don't have any business doing. So they feel a different way about it. But I feel all good about it. Daryl, I want you to lower that music like you usually do. I don't like hearing that in my ear. Okay, because see, I'm ADHD. I get up on the subject that I'm listening to. And I want to really talk about sex. And I want to talk about sex because I think it can cure, heal, and fix so many things, and mostly in a marriage. And that's what sex is for. It's for a marriage. Now, I know you're saying, Tammy, please, that's old school. Well, maybe not. Because it is a key. It's a key. How you experience sex, how you like sex, how your marriage works is all related, interrelated. So if you're married, you got a right to be having sex. You ought to be comfortable with it. You shouldn't be thinking, ooh, it's so nasty. No, it's not nasty. Oh, it's so good, and it's so healing, and it's so wonderful. Yeah, that's what sex is supposed to be when it's done in love. But if you get it in a molestation or a rape or a mistreatment, you want a minute. No, it doesn't feel good. If you make love to a man and no one calls you back, you don't feel good. But Daryl Johnson, you're going to have to go get that lobby straight. Yeah, you're going to get that lobby straight. I don't know what's going on, but you got to get that lobby straight. Who was this done eased in here with me? I got 3 guests coming. So this is Latricia. Okay, let me get back to you, Latricia. I want to stick with Daryl Johnson. I need 15 minutes to myself, and my next guest will come in my next break after my next commercial. Okay, yeah, we got it. You know, you have to tell people what you want, or you'll get anything. Anyway, and see, the topic today is love, sex, sexual abuse. And how did you learn it? So you deal with that. I want everybody to sit back and think about, how did you learn sex? How did you first experience sex? Was it good? Was it positive? Or was it nasty and mean and cruel? Because that's where the sexual abuse part comes. Now, we're dealing with marriages and relationships, and it's a good time to deal with it. And what made me really think about it is I've been concentrating on the Valentine's affair. We're having an event out here at 5508. This is where the radio station is located. We're in Tampa. For those of you all over the world who do not know, we're located in Tampa, Florida, right off a main thoroughfare, Hillsborough Avenue. It's 5508, and it's an outdoor business collaborative called Thap, Tampa Hillsborough Action Plan. And out here they have small businesses growing, doing their things, and this is an opportunity for them to have inexpensive rent to grow their business. And we're located out here as one of the anchors. So we're doing things out here too to make it what you call location awareness, to make it popular and stuff like that. So one of our events out here is called a Valentine's Affair Under the Stars, and it's actually on Valentine's Day. So with me working on all that love, that sex, and all that emotional stuff came into mind, and it's been working on me. I was talking to different vendors, people coming in doing different things, and we're gonna talk about that later. And I got on this sex topic. First of all, I was laying next to my man when I had this sex topic come to my mind, because I was thinking, oh, how good it is. Yeah. And if yours not how good it is, then something is wrong. So I want to slow it down right now to let some of you know. I've heard men say, my wife don't like it. It's like I got to beg her. I like it. Well, you're doing something wrong. You're reminding her of something that she shouldn't be reminded of. It should be sweet, healing, and wonderful. And you got to take that mind, Frank, that you got to have that mindset. And some of you all don't have that mindset. The men don't have it because they didn't learn it right. They were doing something wrong. They were egged on to do it. They learned it through a forcing or somebody just a prostitution. Some men, their fathers paid somebody to get with them. Yeah, you have them. Sometimes they do that when they look a little sweet and they were trying to make sure they experience some things and maybe they won't be sweet. So daddy go buy them some, trying to make their son a man. I mean, it's all kind of things that happen to men and women to keep them from enjoying sex. And I really wish I had smoked a little something before I came over here and talked about it. You said, smoked a little something. Yes, baby, it takes all your inhibitions away. And the world is good now. The world is changing. And now that the white man said that cannabis is okay, I know y'all think it's okay now, because you need it to be freed by the white man. So since the white man told you it's okay, I want you to know some of y'all need some weed, okay? Some of you who've been married a long time and don't know how to start back making love again, you need to smoke a joint, listen to some music, and calm yourselves down. Some of you want to, but don't know how to get back to that. You need to smoke a joint. And yeah, you heard it right here on the air from Tampa Bay Tammy. And I meant it too. You can quote her. She said we need to smoke a joint. Yes, you do. Smoke a little marijuana. God made it. It's from the ground. It's from a plant. And I think some of you need to smoke a joint. Some of you with high blood pressure and all this, all caught up and stuff, smoke a joint and make love to your man, okay? Comfort him. Sex is healing, is loving, is touching, and orgasms are wonderful. Girl, Tammy said orgasms are wonderful. See, my husband put on the clap music. That's how wonderful the orgasm is. And the reason I say it's wonderful because it let loose these endorphins. Ping, 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 like striking up spark plugs, okay, on a car, making it run more efficiently, healing you. I believe that with all my heart. And I can say that, like I said, I've been married a long time. I can talk freely about sex and comfortably about sex because sex is good if it's with the right person. And it's bad if it's with the wrong. A big old ugly man forcing himself on you, you will hate sex till the day you die. An old man making you get with him because he done tricked you here and auntie gone and cousin gone, you will hate sex till the day you die. It's not the way to learn it. And another reason I want to address it is I feel like so many young people are confused. And the reason they're confused is because of the way they learned it. No, they don't want sex with a man if a big old man forced himself on. If they had learned it with the young man that they love, kissing and tenderly going into it, they would love sex too. You been molested? No, you don't love sex. And I ain't mad at you for not loving it. But your husband going to have to be a little patient, and you all going to have to talk about it. But don't miss all your blessings, and sex is a blessing, getting caught up on what the devil did to you. And what made me come up with the devil did it to you, I've been looking at Netflix and all these different messenger shows and stuff, movies, and everything is about good and bad and evil and sci-fi and love, because the greatest of these things is love, and love is what makes the world go round. And I'm seeing all the time the reactions or the actions of what love in their past are doing to their present and their future. So I'm telling you, heal yourself. Heal yourself with sex, with love, with patience. Watch your children. Don't think you can run off and leave them for 5 or 10 minutes and they'll be okay. That's when the damage is often done. Don't think you can leave your children with Uncle Boo Boo and bruh Pookie because you just running to the store for 5 or 10 minutes. I'll be right back. Put your child in the car and take it with them. Take them with you, because what they learn in that 10 to 15 minutes can affect their life from there on. And you be like, what? You won't even know it happened until 20 years later, and they mad at you, and it's your fault. And then it didn't happen once, but it happened again and again. And it happened again and again because the child didn't tell it. So they felt, the person that did something to them felt they could come back and not get caught. So they kept coming. But it's still not the child's fault. They weren't comfortable enough to tell you. You know, and a lot of times I even had a friend that went somewhere she wasn't supposed to go, and she got molested. And when she came home, she got a whipping. So she didn't tell it. How's she going to tell it? She was already out of line. So, but these things happen. We're going to have to be patient and conscious and loving with our children. Everything is about relationships. And this loving of sex, it comes early. Not with them having sex, but having good relationships. Good relationships with their fathers, with their uncles, with their cousins. Clean relationships. And it come with us watching them. Okay. That means you got to be a hands-on mama and daddy. That means you can't just be running off leaving your children with their mother because she's a good mother. Mama can't be everywhere. She need daddy living in there too, because somebody has to watch the children. And when she can't be there, she needs you to be there. So that's that whole thing that I believe in about family. It all is interrelated to sex, love, and sexual abuse, how you love it and how you live it. So sex, love, and sexual abuse. Now, if you learn sex with the boy next door because mama went home and he came over and you thought you were just going to kiss on him, and then he pushed you down and he went further than you planned on him to go, and you hurt and you couldn't tell it, you don't like sex. If you learn sex because a man told you, and a girl told me this once, you could do anything you want as long as you don't let them put it in. They could put it in the back. That's like, what? What's good about that? That's not pleasurable. That's not soothing. Sex is supposed to be pleasurable and soothing. So learn it like that. Your conversation is not good because you have not had a clear understanding of what it is. Sex is touching, it's loving, it's feeling good, it's healing, it's massaging, it's all those things. It's spark plugs going off like in a car, creating endorphins. You got it? Now, we're going to talk more about, we're going to talk more about sex and love, because I really got a chick in here for the Valentine's Affair, and she's going to talk to you about her product. And then I got a sister in here that's all about love and singing some of the greatest songs there are. And you're going to have to get a number. Ooh, Daryl, I'm hot like a big dog. Is that from talking about sex, love? Am I having a hot flash? Yeah, baby, because I showed like you. Pull that off for me. I like my man. Get you a man you like, okay? Everybody, get you a man you like. You can make sweet, good love, too. Yeah. And I know some of y'all saying, I'm single, Tammy. What am I going to do? I need love, too. You're just going to have to pick. You're going to have to be choosy. You're going to have to watch. And for all you men who thinking a woman wants you all to themselves and you don't want her like that, and why can't we just make love? Why should she do that? When she makes love to you, you are coming into her beauty, her body. She can get sick from you. Y'all carrying germs and bacteria. So that's what it's really about, the germs and bacteria that you allow in my body that can kill me. Okay? Cancer, all kind of cancer. What's that word? Ovarian cancer, and this and that. When people come inside you, they're putting germs in you, bacteria in you. You all need to figure out who you with. And if he's going from here to her, he's bringing you what he got from over there to you. And some of y'all doing it the same day, the next day, but it's damaging to the body. And you're going to say, Tammy means it, baby. That's why we want you one-on-one. We ain't trying to cut out your good time. We ain't trying to stop you from being a player, but we know that this is our body, and we need our bodies to be healthy so we can live long, healthy lives. And I'm really into this long, healthy life thing because I've been taking care of my mama lately. So I'm saying how long you can live and how healthy you need to be. And all of us need to be active and sexually active. I think old folk need to be sexually active. Ooh, if I could get my mama a man, I sure would. She probably wouldn't cooperate, but I would buy one if I could, because I know she needs some endorphins released, okay? But we're going to break it down. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with my girl from the Valentine's Affair that's coming up soon. And then we're going to come back with my other girl who I'm trying to get to sing at the Valentine's Affair. And then we're going to talk about love behind bars. So don't y'all go anywhere. Call a friend and tell them to listen in and tell them it's all about love, sex, and sexual abuse today. And sex behind bars. Bye-bye.
Sampson. I didn't come from a very rich family, and so paying for college would have been very tough. I don't know if I would have been able to go to the college that I went to, and then I don't know if I would have gotten into the career that I am in. So I think Bright Futures has done a lot to shape my life. I got a job as a structural engineer, and I design residential buildings, commercial buildings all over the United States. Because of Bright Futures, I was able to go to college. You know, so many kids just don't even ever get that opportunity, and to be able to do it and not have any debt when I graduated is amazing, and it was all thanks to Bright Futures.
Florida has created more than 1 million jobs in only 5 years, and a great education connects our students to these exciting opportunities. That's why the Florida Lottery has funded Bright Futures scholarships to help over 725,000 students attend college. Because every play is for education. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Call Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer? I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted. Dial 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen or something. Dial 1-800-361-RICK. That's 1-800-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 1-800-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
I am Tampa. Ooh, I can't hear myself. It's my mic, my headphones. Okay. I am Tampa Bay Tampa. You're tuned into In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. And we have guests in today to talk about the Valentine's Affair. We're in the planning stages, and everything is coming to fruition beautifully. On Valentine's Day, we'll be right here at Thap, Tampa Hillsborough Action Plan, right in front of the station at 5508 North 50th Street. A Valentine's Affair, an evening under the stars, live entertainment. Cupcakes, gourmet popcorn, body bath sauce, ice cream, you name it, it'll be out here. Roses, everything you can think of for Valentine's Day. So just come on out and purchase whatever you want. Dinner, roses, you can get whatever you need for your sweet thing right here. And we're going to talk about the fact, what about men? Are we supposed to buy things for men as well? Yes. Yeah, you can do that. But ladies, never do more than he does for you. Let him man be a man. Stay in place. Coming here, right here with me today is a chick by the name of
Latricia Stevens.
Latricia Stevens. Now, Latricia, what is your product? Because you'll be at the Valentine's Affair.
I sell gourmet popcorn.
Gourmet popcorn. Did you bring any?
Not today, but I'm going to bring some for you.
Okay, I wanted to show the
event.
people. Okie dokie. Now, your gourmet popcorn, tell us a little bit about it.
I have a few flavors. I have banana pudding popcorn.
Banana pudding. Girl, lean on to that mic like you making love to it. I'm tired of telling y'all, grab a hold to it. Be sweet to it. Okay, go ahead.
Banana pudding popcorn.
Oh, yeah, you
We have
better now.
Cookies and cream.
What?
Pumpkin spice cheesecake. Regular cheesecake. And I'm working on a few other flavors.
This is gourmet popcorn. I thought I was going to have me some cheddar cheese, some caramel, and some butter.
Not your average popcorn.
Not your average popcorn. Well, how long you been doing this?
I've actually been in business since 2015, but the popcorn I just released last July.
Last July. Now, what is your biggest seller?
Right now, popcorn.
I mean, but which flavor you noticed?
Banana pudding.
Banana pudding. And see, I don't eat banana pudding, but will I like banana pudding popcorn?
You will love it. I do not eat bananas or banana pudding, but I eat my popcorn.
Now, I eat bananas daily in my smoothie. I'm a banana girl. I have to have my bananas. So, my potassium. Now, you've been doing popcorn for, you said, how many years?
I've been doing popcorn for less than a year. I just released that in July.
Well, what were you doing before then?
Chocolate covered pretzels, Oreos, cake pops,
Okay, all the treats.
Dipped in chocolate.
Dipped in chocolate. Girl, you going to make me bite you and you ain't bring nothing. Do I slap her or do I bite her?
Don't
Which
slap
one?
me. Don't slap me. I'm going to get you a bag.
Okay. Because y'all know how I am. I go from 0 to 60 before you know it.
Don't do it.
Okay, this is gourmet popcorn. How much is it?
It's $3 a bag.
$3. And about how big is the bag? Because, inquiring minds want to know.
Listen, it's not the bag you're going to get from the grocery store because
Okay.
I hand make everything. So
Okay.
everything is fresh. It's about this big.
Okay.
About 5-6 ounces.
Okay, so
But
it's
it's
perfect.
good.
It's perfect for a little Valentine's snack or gift.
Yes. You
Okay.
can put it together in a little gift bag or
And we're going to sit. You're going to be right here at 5508.
5508 North 50th Street.
And if someone wants to order popcorn to give, then they're not going to be able to make it here. Do you have a phone number for them or website?
My website my business is called Dipped.
Dipped.
And it's DIPP''D.
Okay.
So it's dippedllc.com.
DippedLLC.com. Tell them what LLC stand for.
Limited Liability Company.
Okay. And if you're in business, most of y'all, because I don't want you to say, what's the LLC? What's that acronym? That's just general for business. Go again. Dipped.
Dipped. That's DIPPDLLC.com.
Okay.
And my phone number is 813-650-7080.
So what kind of popcorn or packages are you offering for Valentine's before you get to the Valentine's affair?
For the Valentine's Day, I'm doing baskets. And you can get the 3 to 4 flavors. It's going to be anywhere from $15 to $25, depending on what you want in your basket.
So they can call and order that now and have it for Valentine's Day.
Yes, please get your orders in early.
Okay. Now, when you come out here on that Thursday, which it is a Thursday, and we'll be from 5 to 9, tell us, you're going to have the individual bags or just the boxes for sale?
Individual bags.
Okay, great. That's what I was hoping that's what you would say, because I want people to be able to taste a lot of different treats and just have a great time. Now, they can order from you, and you're located where?
I'm actually what's considered a food cottage, so I operate out of my home.
Great. So do they order from you and you ship them or you meet them, or how does it go? Can they
deliver.
come to you? You do deliver.
I
Now,
deliver.
is there a delivery fee?
There is a delivery fee.
Okay.
And there's a minimum. It has
Okay.
to be at least 30 for me to deliver it.
Okay.
So the delivery fee is, depending on the distance, anywhere from $5 to $15.
So if you're shipping it, because we have a lot of listeners from in Germany, stuff like that. Shout out to Ola at Pandora, girl. Anyway, we got a lot of listeners out in Germany and different places. If they want to order your popcorn, do they go to your website or call you directly? And is there a shipping and handling fee?
Unfortunately, the state of Florida will not allow me to ship.
Oh,
Not
they
yet.
own us like that.
Yes.
Babe, I go all around that.
Listen,
But anyway.
I'm trying.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm working on it, but my goal is by the end of this year to have that in place
We
to where I
can't
can
ship.
ship.
You know what? The state of Florida we can't ship anything. They getting ready to tell you can't put alcohol on a sore in a minute. Like they gonna tell you how to medicate yourself. Okay, we've been self-medicating, taking care of ourselves for years. We know to put oil on our hair. Now they got a rule: the girl got to have license to oil your hair. Okay, and look, and we sit down. We've been doing this all our life. Our hair is nappy, baby, beautiful but nappy. So sometimes we sit between each other's legs and oil each other's scalps and braid each other's hair. That's what we have to do. But you're requiring a license for that. I got a problem with it. No, anyway. So back to the popcorn. I got diarrhea, girl. I take off on a whole new thing. I have diarrhea of the mouth, as my baby girl likes to say. Anyway, and that ain't no good. We should be talking about that while we talking about that.
Not when you talking about my popcorn.
It's all good. It's all good. Now, Lotricia, tell us again. Your company name is
Dipped.
And you'll be right here on Valentine's Day selling your
Gourmet popcorn.
and your flavors will be
Banana pudding, cookies and cream, pumpkin spice cheesecake, and just regular cheesecake.
so join us Valentine's Day for Lotricia. Thank you. Wait a minute, what you need there?
Regular pop.
Of course, regular popcorn in a bag.
Not yet.
Girl, what about caramel popcorn?
Not yet.
Girl,
I need
I
those-
want some caramel popcorn.
You can get pop, caramel, cheddar. You can get all that at any store.
Yeah, but we
But
want
you can't
yours.
get banana pudding.
No, you can't. You can't. So we're going to have to taste it, huh? Well, get ready, y'all. Come on out on Valentine's Day and taste Lotricia's Dipped Popcorn.
Yes, thank you.
Girl, I wouldn't mind some pretzels. Sneak me some.
I got you.
Either way.
I can bring some of that too.
Yeah, Latricia has to leave. She has a baby with her today. You know, this is reality radio where everyone is a star. She come in, she does her thing, and she goes back to being a mother.
Yes.
That's life in the big city for us big, beautiful black women. We can work it like that. Anyway, and right next to me, to my right, is none other than my girl, Miss Sexy Thing. Now, we knew her as J Lyric, and after a little legal thing, she had to change her name like most stars have to do. And she went from J Lyric to Harmony DeVoe. What's up, Harmony DeVoe?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Girl, I thought you had your headphones
No,
on.
girl, I was trying to let y'all do y'all sexy.
Girl.
We're going to have some grown folk talk now because you was talking about my subject. Thank
I
you for
know,
having
but
me.
I forgot the baby was coming. I didn't know the baby
That's
was
okay.
coming. So
Shout out to you and Daryl for always supporting me. I love y'all so much. And I had a surprise for you.
What's that?
I asked you about a T-shirt because I get them special made.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know if you wanted pink or purple, so I wasn't going to get it in time.
Okay.
So what color you want?
Whatever color that's available, because
Yes,
you know I'm
ma'am.
easy
I'ma
like
get it.
Sunday morning.
Yes.
You gonna stay with me. We got some more guests coming, so you're not going anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I need you to bust me a song at the beginning. I need you to bust me a song at the end. Harmony DeVoe is all that in a bag of chips with a dip. Tell them, well, a bag of popcorn. How about that? That's dip.
Caramel. I taste good.
See, you can tell she learned it the right way because she's comfortable with it and she loves it. Hi, what can I say? And we're going to go further than that. Harmony DeVoe and I also have another thing in common. We go to the same church.
Jesus, fix it right now.
Yeah, and we are in church on a regular basis. That's why we're so comfortable with ourselves because we know who we are.
Yes.
Yes, we do in the kingdom of the Lord. Don't we, Harmony?
Wanna
Now,
get it.
Harmony, she can sing gospel if she must.
Yeah.
And she can sing, what you call it? What's the difference? Gospel or secular?
Secular. Yeah. Neo soul gospel. You know, we part flesh and spirit. So
we all that.
Yeah. We sing it all.
We sing it all.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
here today with us is some of our peoples from the church house.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, that's what the love behind bars is all about. Remember the day I told y'all today we're
awesome.
going to talk about love, sex, sexual abuse, and love behind bars.
Yeah.
Well, in a minute, we're going to invite them in after the next commercial break. We're going to invite them in and we're going to go a little further. But before we go any further, I want to know, what do you have coming up, Harmony?
Tonight
Is
Brandon
the night.
Martini live from 8 to 11.
Yes.
I'll be performing, and we're doing a soft release of my newest music video, I Love Me, for all the women out there. So I'm very excited, and we'll probably be showing it because it's not supposed to be released until February 2nd. So
Wow.
those who come tonight and on time will see it, and it's profound.
It's profound.
It's profound.
Can I get a little bit of some of your old stuff before we introduce to the new stuff? No, give me what you want them to
Well,
have.
we were talking earlier. I was going to ask Gerald, did you fake an orgasm? Because, life's too short not to have an orgasm.
Yeah.
Not to be, hold up, church folks here. I'm single, so I'm not,
Church folk are
I
people.
abstain.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You ain't got
don't
to
have no
make-
man yet.
They having
but,
people too. They making
yeah.
love
But
too.
if I did, I probably
And if
slip
they
and fall
not,
on it. Yeah.
I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them because God made that too.
Yes,
Hi.
it did.
Yes, it did.
And yes,
So,
this
Daryl,
Valentine's Day thing.
did you fake orgasm? You used to have it.
He sure did.
Well, you
I'll make
still
sure
should
you get
have it. If you're used to, you still do. But look,
Unless
we'll
you want
keep
the
going.
newest single too.
I want you to give us some of. You had one called Hershey's Kiss. I
Oh,
used
my
to
Hershey
love.
Kiss.
Yeah, while you look for other things, you give us
To
some
our
of
black
that.
men, our brothers, our kings. It was like your skin like chocolate, so dark and smooth. Your smile melts me like butter. I want to get in your groove. Your lips like cream, so tasty and sweet. As they slide across my heart skips a beat. The touch of your hands, beautiful black man, soothing like milk, full of flavor, not bland. You love me so deeply. Your heart aches for mine. Not long since I found you. Can't calculate the time. Taste and see how sweet it is to love him so. His heart he gives to me always, forevermore. I love this man for rich or for poor. My Hershey Kiss.
Hey, That girl is bad. Okay. Now give a little R&B soul. Let them hear you sing.
They want to sing something?
Girl, I always want you to sing something. It ain't nothing but a paragraph. I'm talking about a paragraph, a stanza, a verse. You can call it whatever you want to call it.
I'm going to sing. Maybe my newest single, I Love Me, that I'm going to sing tonight too is
a little piece of it.
It's not that I'm ignoring you, but I needed some time for me. See, I got so wrapped up in you that I lost my identity. Then something changed my destiny. I fell in love with me. It's not that I don't love you, babe. God made me a queen.
Ooh, girl, you bad. Let me tell you something. Most people need some music, a track or something. This chick can just blow a cappella. You got it
and
going
a horse.
on. A horse.
Thank you.
Well, you're a bad horse chick. Okay. I love it. Love it.
Thank you.
So, again, when are you performing?
Tonight I'm performing from 8 to 11, Brandon Martini Live, and I'll be there again on February 16th.
Okay.
Valentine's Day weekend, and hopefully I'll be coming to your event. I came last year and it was phenomenal. So you guys need to all come out to the event. It's going to be awesome.
I'm going to try to see how I can get you in that. I mean, scheduled into that.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about
here
that.
for y'all,
Yeah, C. Renee does a song called I Love Myself.
Yes.
And that's what I opened up with. And now you got I Love Me. Yeah. They're both quite apropos for the evening. So let's see what we can do.
I love her.
Now, Harmony DeVoe, you said you're a single chick?
I am. I'm happily single.
Happily single.
By choice.
By choice.
You know why?
Why?
Because he has to earn me and I deserve him. I deserve greatness.
Yes.
And whatever God gives me is what I deserve because it's great.
Yeah.
And I'm not settling like you said. We got options.
Folk calling now. Should we be
options.
afraid? We can handle anybody call. Hello, this is Tampa Bay Tammy. Who am I speaking with?
Jay.
Somebody's scared. Who is this? Don't be scared.
Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, Jake and her name Harmony DeVoe. Now get it right.
Hey.
Harmony.
Hey, Harmony.
Yeah.
Your lyric is all the same.
What are you selling?
What am I doing?
What are y'all selling?
Oh, we're selling songs, okay, in life. What are you buying? I think this is a mistake. You need to disconnect. This is somebody that's liking you and don't know what to do to. What are you selling? I want to know what are you buying or what are you paying for? Because there's nothing free around here.
Bye,
Disconnect. Bye, Felicia. Look, bye, Tyrone.
You
said,
better
what are
call
you?
Tyrone.
Call him.
Yes.
Tell him what?
Tell him I said, come on, help you get your shiznick.
Together. Now that's Harmony DeVoe tonight, right here in Brandon at the Martini
Live.
Martini Lounge. It was
Lyric.
Jay Lyric.
Born and raised Jay Lyric. And
Right.
then I merged into Harmony DeVoe. Everything in
Yes.
Harmony is divine. So I answered to both.
Harmony DeVoe.
Yeah.
So y'all, if you go online, how is it listed?
Harmony DeVoe.
Hey,
Under Harmony DeVoe.
Now, did you find that song we was talking faking orgasm? Yo, boy.
Man,
Oh,
I always
man.
have my hard drive. I have to bring it.
You know,
forward.
Daryl
I
and them,
have
they
mine.
so busy trying to do
Yes.
video and everything else. They ain't handling our music side. Yeah.
You gotta have I Love Me. You got
Yeah.
I Love Me. Play that.
Well,
That's
play-
the newest single.
Okay,
Play that.
Yeah.
And while
All
he's
this
doing
video,
that,
I ain't got to see
yes.
all these cameras. I like being radio. I can come to work with my t-shirt and my
mind.
panties on.
It's me.
Now you
Come
make
on
me
in.
want to have to put on some clothes. Oh, whatever.
Here it is.
Whatever.
Yes.
so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay, call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida, grab a pen of sundown. 184-361-RIG. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RIG. Call Ricky, ask Ricky, the legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RIG. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
Hey, this is Miss K with Kay's Kitchen, cooking Chicago-style fried chicken and fish with the authentic Chicago-style mouth sauce. Come check us out at 5508 North 50th Street in Tampa. We're open Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 6, or you can call us at 813-368-5196. Again, that number is 813-368-5196. See you soon.
Hey, I am Tampa Bay Tammy. You're tuned into In Touch News, In Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. And I have my peoples in the studio today. When I say my peoples, I mean my church folk.
Most definitely.
And it's no better people to have around you when you're talking about sex, love, yeah, baby, yeah, sexual abuse, and love behind bars. Now, the chicks to my left, I guess you're right. See, now I got to worry about TV. I used to even think about all of that. Well, two chicks in here right now are from Bible-Based Fellowship Church. Introduce yourselves, please.
Well, hello, I am Stacy Ransom. And
Now, Stacy, I know you're a good church-going girl, but you need to lean into this microphone and act like you're making love to it.
Okay, I got
There
you. One,
go,
two,
girl.
1, 2.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm Stacy Ransom, and I'm here to help my lovely sister here, Vanessa, with the prison ministry.
Okay, and your name again?
Yep, Vanessa Joseph.
Vanessa Joseph. Now, you're with the prison ministry, just Bible-based or more than Bible-based?
Yeah, our prison ministry now is specific to Bible-based, so it's one of the small groups that we have there.
Okay. Now, what do you all have going on? What's coming up?
Well, we have a conference called Love Beyond Bars that we're doing. It's actually February 2nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the whole goal of the conference is to put out resources and tools to help former offenders make the most of their second chance. You know, they get out and a lot of times they don't know where to go or what to do or who to talk to. So we're trying to put those resources in one place to help them do the most.
So it's what day again? Saturday, February 2nd?
Saturday, February 2nd from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And where will it be held?
It's held at the church, Bible-Based Fellowship.
Right here in Tampa, Florida?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
4811 Ehrlich Road.
See, I want you all to remember, we're not local. We're not national. We're international.
Uh-huh.
So you have to break it all the way down. Let them
Yes.
know what's going on.
Yes.
Now, it's at Bible-Based Fellowship Church right here in Tampa, Florida.
Yes.
And it's what? What is Bible-Based Church? Tell us a little bit more about it. I know if you don't.
More about the workshop and more about the church?
Both of them, because people need to know where you're located, what area of town. You're in Tampa, Florida, but you're out in Carrollwood on Ehrlich Road. Right. Now, people spell out Ehrlich Road. That's like between Del Mabry and the Veterans Expressway. And Bible Base has been around, I know, more than 25 years. Yes. Because I remember, it's 29 years.
29.
Because I think I've been a member 25.
Yes.
Yeah, we joined the church right after we moved out in Odessa. And my sister had already attended Bible Base and kept saying, "Tammy, you need to go to Bible Base," because it had started and it was on the highway on Del Mabry and Plaza. Right. And it was under the tutelage of
Arthur T. Jones.
And
Lady Doris Jones and Pastor Mason.
Yes. And so now Pastor Mason has a church in Temple Terrace, and Pastor Jones had his right there off Ehrlich Road in Carrollwood.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
this is the beginning. Now you got the whole history of Bible Base, but you have a prison ministry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little more about your prison ministry?
Sure. So we started with that, partnering with it's a group called Fresh Start Ministries a couple years back.
Fresh Start Ministries.
That's
that based out of Tampa?
It is. It's based out of Tampa. It's Pastor Charles and Betty Williams. Shout out to y'all.
Hey.
So what we do, our primary service is at Hernando Correctional Facility.
Hernando Correctional Facility.
Yes.
Now, that's north of Tampa County.
That's north of Tampa in Hernando County, about right on Hernando Pasco line. And this is a women's faith-based prison.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah, so great stuff happening there. We've been going there for years, having church with them, one-on-one mentoring. But we really wanted to expand. We really wanted to reach out to those who are in the community but have relatives and
who are
incarcerated. And like Stacy said, just may not be getting those resources or may not be knowledgeable of what all is out there. So this is kind of an expanse to what we're trying to do as a ministry and just really trying to help out.
Okay. Now, you're saying it's Saturday, February the 2nd. What are you going to offer? Is there anything special? Is there a fee?
Oh, it's free. That's the fee.
It's free.
Free. F-R-E-E.
Right.
Free everything. Free childcare, free registration. We actually have free transportation. Area Community Center over on Fletcher and 22nd.
I ain't gonna tell y'all how to make love no more. See, nobody taught. No one taught them. They didn't learn this. I'm gonna teach you the right way.
Teach us the right way.
Fall in love with your radio show, your podcast, your microphone.
Gotta get used to this. Yeah. But we're gonna be offering a number of things. So it's gonna start with some breakout sessions talking about things like appeals, inmate rights, how to cope when you have a loved one in prison. We're gonna have an expo with different organizations. We have Alcoholics Anonymous coming. We have different halfway houses coming. And then we're going to have a panel mainly focused on the reentry process and some of the challenges you may face, some of the things to expect.
A panel of what and who?
Well, let's see. Different people are going to be on the panel. We have Tony Parker coming from Noah's House. We have Public Defender Attorney Julianne Holt coming from the 13th Circuit. We have Cons Helping Cons, the founder of that. So just a lot of different people pulling together. And essentially they're going to be answering questions about things like probation. How do I get my voting rights back? Where can I live? What type of jobs are friendly to ex-offenders? All that type of information that may be really hard to get once you get out of it.
You know what? I know what is going on, too. They don't have on their headphones. You need to put your headphones on, girl. Look, put their headphones on. Look, I'm slipping to let them get away with it. Producer. Anyway, now it's a big difference. Now you know how to talk. My apologies.
That's
my
okay.
apologies. I'm so sorry.
As long as the word gets out.
Yeah, okay. Now give them your names again.
I'm Stacy Ransom.
I'm Vanessa Joseph.
And you're with?
Bible-Based Fellowship Church Prison Ministry.
There you go. And your event is?
February 2nd, 2019.
And is it open to?
Everyone.
Open to the public, right? Yeah. If you're an ex-offender, if you have a relative who's incarcerated, or if you just want more information, come out. It's free. Register today. It's free, but you got to register.
You have to register.
We want to make sure we can feed you. We don't want to run out of food because you didn't register.
Yes.
So you can register at www.bible-based.org/events.
And it will be in our upcoming In Touch News, or you can get an old paper. It's in the last month's issue too. Right. It's called Love Beyond Bars, February 2nd, and it's given by the church. Now, you said breakfast or lunch. Which one is it?
Both.
Uh-oh. That's what I thought.
For free.
Hey.
The free 99. You can't miss the free 99.
And look, if you've been locked up, you know you need to eat.
Listen, and it will not be bread or water or anything mushy that you can't identify.
So Bible Based is laying it out for the ex-con and the ex-con who wants a better life.
Yes.
And I don't want to say ex-con. I want to say ex-offender.
Right.
Because I have found that some people are locked up for stuff they didn't do or for stuff that we all did, but they're locked up for it.
Right.
So,
hey. Just didn't have the money to defend themselves.
Right. And found themselves in a bad situation. So this is what you all are actually doing, teaching them how to orchestrate themselves through the judicial system and back into life?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Because we have
Wonderful.
inmate rights as well for those that are still incarcerated so that they know, okay, what are your rights? What are you supposed to be doing? And then kind of helping them, because if their family gets that information, then when they do get out, they're better equipped, because there's a bunch of resources out there that people just don't know about.
I didn't. I served as a parole probation officer for 16 years.
Wow,
12
right
in Detroit and 4 here in Florida. So
wow.
We didn't know that, and I helped create modules to help teach people how to deal with offenders with mental health issues. So I think it's a phenomenal ministry you guys are doing. Good job.
Well, you know,
real good job on that.
You know, you finna get whipped on into it. There go your She's like, dang, I should have been quiet. Yeah, y'all
resigned.
Yeah.
But that's good.
And
that's good.
your church member, did you know she was?
Of course.
You know she
used to be in good old New Generation with us.
I was.
She used to sing at the church.
I did, and I missed them so much.
She has to be a mom, and she has to be Harmony DeVoe, and she has to work. So we understand.
I love y'all.
But whenever she decides to come back,
I want to. I love y'all. The music ministry of Bible Base is just unbelievably indescribable, and I love it. Best music ministry ever.
I agree 100%.
Mrs. Joseph's husband, by the way, is our minister of music.
That's who your husband?
Yes,
girl. That's Mrs. Joseph.
Wait a
And they expecting they little king
It's
or queen in a minute.
It's two guys, and I didn't know which one was minister of music. Was it the guy on the keyboard or the guy that's standing up?
The guys is always standing up
with the beautiful voice
with the bald head
and the beard. That's her husband.
And look, she got. I ain't gonna touch.
You know they've been busy.
Yes,
they've been busy. They've been fertilizing that seed.
Love, sex, sexual.
You gotta tell her how to use that
microphone. That's the topic. That's the topic. But see, you can tell this is love. This is love.
That's love. That's all love.
So love. We are learning about love, sex, and how to keep each other happy and satisfied. I see you've been keeping somebody satisfied. Your hair and your nails growing.
Doing the best we can. A little bit.
Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with you with Love Beyond Bars. And we still have Harmony DeVoe. She's going to close it up with some good stuff, okay? Don't y'all go anywhere. Right. Call a friend and tell them listen in.
Come out, y'all.
I love my head.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecue? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
My name is Gil Sampson. I didn't come from a very rich family, and so paying for college would have been very tough. I don't know if I would have been able to go to the college that I went to, and then I don't know if I would have gotten into the career that I am in. So I think Bright Futures has done a lot to shape my life. I got a job as a structural engineer, and I design residential buildings, commercial buildings all over the United States. Because of Bright Futures, I was able to go to college. You know, so many kids just don't even ever get that opportunity, and to be able to do it and not have any debt when I graduated is amazing, and it was all thanks to Bright Futures.
Florida has created more than 1 million jobs in only 5 years, and a great education connects our students to these exciting opportunities. That's why the Florida Lottery has funded Bright Futures scholarships to help over 725,000 students attend college. Because every play is for education. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
This strip club anthem. What's up?
What's up? All right. Is this commercial I don't know about? This something new? I am Tampa Bay Tampa. You are tuned into In Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. And on the deck or the program is my man, DJ CEO. So if he mess up, it's okay. He my man. He gonna still be my man. I love him. Yeah. He keep those spark plugs going. Cranks up my car every morning. Anyway, it's all good. Yeah, we talking about sex, love, sexual abuse, and love beyond bars. And the sex part is, the love part is the greatest of these things is love. Now, you go through a whole lot of things, but the greatest of these things is love. And love changes everything. With love, there is hope. So I am so glad to tell you all, love also has to go beyond just a man and woman relationship. It goes with mother-daughter, mother-son, father-daughter, father-son. But everything has to be done decent and in order. And I wanted to really bring this up because I woke up this morning worried about our young adults. And I think so many of them are confused. And they confuse their love and the feeling that they are feeling for others and thinking that they're supposed to be a sexual relationship with it. And it's not. Now, like I say, you love your mother. I love my mother, but it's no sexual relationship between that. I love my father. There are no sexual relationships between that. Now, some people don't have that, but they are out of order. And you got to recognize what's out of order. Yeah. Love is great. Sex is great and beautiful if done properly. But other than that, if it's out of order, it's abuse. Yeah. Okay. And the sexual abuse comes early usually. The negative behavior is learned early. And a lot of parents fault themselves for what has happened to their child and their damage behind it. But a lot of times it's generational. It happened to you, so then it happened to your child. But you got to figure out, how did it happen to you? So to make sure it does not happen to your child. But oftentimes when you're hiding and pretending things didn't happen, it can happen again. So bump that hiding, right, and all that covering up. God entrusted your babies with you, that little spirit with you. Protect that child with all you have. Now, I know it comes a time when you are bored. I can talk. I know. I had 4 children. I was down in Florida by myself without my parents. You want to get away, but you have to find a safe place for your children. You can't let Pookie and Boo Boo keep your babies. You can't let that neighbor keep them because they look nice. Because the bigger the facade, the bigger the freak, really. Yes. A lot of times you see somebody acting so perfect, looking so perfect. It's something you need to rethink. Sometimes you need to rethink that situation. And I'm not just saying that about anyone, but you cannot trust everyone with your children. And how they are damaged as children has everything to be who they become later on. So we're protecting our children, and we're talking about sex and love and satisfaction within marriages. We want you happy. We want you to love it and all of that. Now, I'm on you, Rams. Are you married?
Ransom, yes. No, I am not.
Yeah, I thought you was married to this good-looking man I be seeing you
Jesus.
with at church.
No, I am not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. You can talk to him about that, though.
Okay, we will have that conversation.
Okay.
And I would like to see him at the Valentine's Affair. Now, are you married?
I am.
Now, what's your name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa's married. I hope Vanessa is married, sitting up here pregnant as a J-Bird. Congratulations. So somebody's happy. Yeah. Now, DeVoe, are you married?
I am happily single.
Hey, so you got to work your magic. But you know what? You can tell.
No, I've experienced the bond of marriage. Mm-hmm. I'm open to my future, but right now, I'm very happy. So you have to learn to love yourself. Real talk, and be content being by yourself. Absolutely. And it's a lot of people out here, especially us as women, Black women too, that don't know how to love ourselves, and we end up in very dysfunctional, unhappy relationships.
And sick too.
I was a witness. So it took some years. I'm 8 years old, girl, and I feel sexy and fast and happy. I got options. Because you know what? I learned from men. Men like her. They'll tell you if they like you short, thick. However, why we don't have them options?
Okay,
I'll be like, baby, you too short. So if he not 6 foot or taller,
you're not interested.
If he not an OB or a plastic surgeon, because I might not be high and lifted up in all the earth always. Girl, child, boo.
That's what you look
Hey, you got to be financially secure.
As well as you can marry a poor man. That's okay.
Yes.
So pick what you want, and I say choose wisely.
Exactly.
Know what you want.
And a lot of times, there you go. Yeah. And a lot of times you picking them so quickly, you don't realize you picking up family. When you marry a man, you really marrying his family. People tell me, I ain't marrying his family. True. Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Because when you're not around and your children go to the family's house, and Uncle Boo Boo or Uncle Pookie is a molester, you have left your child in the bad hands. So choose your husband, wife, well. Generational curses, all that. Yeah, you got to be up in the church. And like I said, we all come from Bible base. We some praying sisters.
Yes,
we fast now.
Most definitely.
Yes. We fast. Everybody put your hands on your hips.
Yeah, we fast.
So we fast now.
And fine.
Look, but we some praying sisters. Hey, because the sisters, these sisters coming here talking about love beyond bars. All right, they saving our men and our sisters that's in bars, coming out and showing them how to do. Now invite them again. Where to come?
It's February 2nd, Bible-Based Fellowship Church,
in Carrollwood in Tampa, Florida.
Ehrlich Road in Tampa, Florida. Yes.
And it's
9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And like I said, February 2nd, 2019, it's free $99.
There you
free
go.
$99.
Free.
Free food, free registration. We do need you to register just so that we can be prepared for you in terms of the food and things like that. We have free childcare, so don't not come because you think that you can't have someone take care of your children. People you can trust that have been background checked.
That's right.
And I'm over the nursery ministry at the church. We run background checks. We do trainings. We are CPR and first aid certified. So you will be able to trust that when you leave your child with this boo-boo, it will be good to go.
And there'll be other people in there. It won't just be your child and some person you don't know.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's a big good thing. And then we have cameras at our church.
Yes.
And everyone knows that.
And police.
So you'll be quite safe.
Yes.
Now, so join us. Love Beyond Bars, February 2nd. And my other sister here from Bible-Based Church is none other than
Harmony DeVoe, a.k.a. J. Larry.
And she used to sing at the church, too.
Yes,
with you. All y'all
And
sung
we'll
together?
sing.
All right. Now, let me see. Do y'all have a song that y'all sung together at church in the past that I can get the new generation?
Lord Jesus.
I'm going to take you back. Wait a minute. This is my show. Can I, we got somebody to come behind. Well, can y'all sing me out with a new generation song? Now, Harmony DeVoe is performing tonight where?
Brandon Martini Lounge.
Brandon Martini Lounge.
Time
But
to
I want to
on
go out
Instagram,
with.
too.
Okay,
Harmony
now.
_ DeVoe.
And we're going to have to put her in rotation. She's going to come on. You got to make sure you play her on the next
You playing
song.
Her She Kiss right now.
I'm going to be quiet and let
Listen
it
to
roll.
Her She Kiss. You done went from flesh to spirit. You know,
Yeah,
you flip-flop.
it is
That's
what it is. It is what it is. Don't faint. Be real.
It is what it is.
Can we hear a little louder? We got to go, y'all. I am Tampa Bay Tammy. We'll be back.
To Tampa Bay Tammy.
Your girlfriend.
On In Touch Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Veronica Walters, also known as Dr. V, the head of school at the Walters Academy for Entrepreneurship, a place that we like to call The Way, where we're educating today's youthpreneurs to be tomorrow's billionaires through social entrepreneurship. Do you have a student who's bored, frustrated, gifted, inquisitive, creative, business-minded? Then maybe you need to check The Way out. Listen, we have an educational platform that allows for individualized instruction. It's strength-based, project-based, and designed to help your students become the absolute best they can while starting their own business and being an entrepreneur. If you're looking for something different and you need to find a more excellent way, then you need to visit us at The Way. That's The Way, www.thewaetampa.org. Or you can call us at 813-603-7923. We look forward to showing your student a more excellent way at The Way.
Good afternoon, and welcome from a little chilly Tampa, Florida, on a Gasparilla Day this Saturday. This is, I don't know how many, it's probably over 100 years that we have recreated the invasion of Jose Gaspar coming down the channel into Tampa Bay to take over the city of Tampa. Of course, if you know anything about Tampa, we just use that as an excuse to party. So we ain't worrying about no pirates taking over the city. We just assume it's a good time. So right now there's
several thousand folks out along Bayshore Boulevard, which is the longest continuous sidewalk in the world, I understand. And they're partaking of a lot of great fun, great drink, great food. However, we are here working. This is your main man, Mike D, and this is Cover 2 Conversations, 2 Tampa natives, 2 topics, 2 points of view. And I'm always joined by
Reginald Gray,
a.k.a. Space Ghost, a.k.a. Castle Gray Skull. Reginald Gray on this Gasparilla Saturday, knowing that you would love to be out there with your friends and compadres celebrating the invasion of Tampa, the mayor giving up the key of the city, and the debauchery that follows. But you're here. So why?
Oh, you asking me? I thought you were talking to the masses of the world out there. I know you're asking me specifically what's going on.
Well, what do we got going on today?
Man, it's coming up. The dark times are coming up. The dark times are coming up. No more football. Oh. We got one more week left. And after that, period.
No, there's no more football after that playoffs because Patriots in the Super Bowl again. It's not football. This is probably the first Super Bowl that I may not only half watch, but I'll probably just try to check out the commercials. I'm not. I mean, just well, go ahead. No more regulation football.
No more NFL football.
No more NFL football, but there is football.
Yeah, there is a remedy. There is a side B. You got the side A record.
Right.
The one
sometimes side B is better.
Yeah. Side A hits the top 40 charts, gets all the radio spin. Side B is an underground hit that may or may not hit. We have a side B, which is called the Alliance of American Football.
Okay.
It's a new league that's starting up. They start immediately after the Super Bowl. They're an off-season league. They only have a few teams, but they do have an Orlando team, the Orlando Apollos. And we have a beat reporter that's going to be calling in a few minutes, Tom Alexander. Yeah, trying to get some information from him regarding the league.
And this is pretty exciting. I'm reading the Wikipedia. It says, Alliance of American Football is a planned professional American football league founded by Charlie Ebersol, but here's this, and Bill Polian.
Wow, I had no idea.
I didn't know that. Bill Polian is a big guy in NFL, one who architected the Indianapolis Colts and going to the Super Bowl with our one of our favorite coaches down here in Tampa that went up there, Mr. Dungy. So they follow, after the NFL Super Bowl. The AAF consists of 8 centrally owned and operated teams.
Yep.
All but one are located in cities on or south of the 35th parallel. What that means.
I have no idea.
And all but one in metropolitan areas that have at least one major professional sports franchise. So, wow. Okay, look at this. Look at this one. Advisors include Steelers wide receiver Hines Ward.
I knew about Hines Ward already.
Former New York Giants and Oakland Raiders defensive end Justin Tuck, and Ebersol's father, retired NBA sports executive
Dick Ebersol.
Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
And the original co-founder of the XFL.
I had no idea about Dick Ebersol.
I did not. So this is the real. Oh, of course, Orlando announced they got Coach Steve Spurrier.
To do what?
On April 7th, 2018, the first team Orlando was announced with.
He's the head coach?
Steve Spurrier.
Wow. I had no idea.
Going back to the Bandits days, Bandit Ball Believer. For those of you old enough to remember that, was it the USFL?
USFL.
And guess who ruined the USFL?
Your boy 4-5 in the White House. People think I hate Donald Trump because of his current policies. My hate for Donald Trump started back in 1983.
Yep. I mean, he basically killed. Because he was in cancer fighting Donald Trump.
Yep.
Had cancer, fighting Donald Trump to keep him from ruining the league, and he actually died.
If you want to find out more about the USFL, it's 30 for 30 by ESPN. It's on Netflix right now too, and they talk about how Donald Trump and John Bassett was the owner of the Bandits. There's a whole special about it, how Donald Trump ruined it. He tried to go head to head with the NFL,
right,
and
doesn't work.
So it didn't work.
So look at this. These are the Eastern Conference: Atlanta Legends, Birmingham Iron, Memphis Express, and Orlando Apollos. So hopefully we'll get that beat writer for the Orlando Apollos. The coach for the Apollos is Steve Spurrier. Look at this. Memphis Express coach, Mike Singletary.
No.
Wow. Okay, this is getting kind of serious. Okay, and then we have the Western Conference, which is Arizona Hotshots, the Salt Lake Stallions, the San Antonio Commanders, and the San Diego Fleet. And I'm not seeing. Dennis Erickson is the coach for the Salt Lake Stallions.
Wow.
Mike Martz is the coach for the San Diego Fleet. So Rick Neuheisel is the coach for Arizona Hotshots.
I saw Rick Neuheisel. I saw him on the news.
So wow.
Yeah, they're doing something, man.
Okay, well, this is a little bit more serious than, not saying the Arena League wasn't serious. I think that was fairly serious. We won a lot of championships here with the Tampa Bay Storm. But you got some real NFL pedigree here. This could be our version of the the D League in basketball or the farm teams in baseball, because these are some NFL pedigree folks. They would know NFL players. So now you can have students that maybe not make it on a college team, or made it on a college team but not getting the playtime or recognition they want. It looks like they have another option here.
Man, they got some stuff going on. I mean, again, if you really love football a lot, I know people are stuck on the NFL as being their Coca-Cola of football.
Right.
So they stuck with it. They don't want any they don't want new Coke. Which if you remember, New Coke didn't last but 2 weeks back in the day.
That New Coke. I never forget. I lived in Temple Terrace in Florida, and I remember taking my bicycle, riding from Summit West down to the nearest store, which was probably just a mile and a half. It wasn't a big deal, but I think I was I don't remember how old I was, but I was 13, 14, maybe younger than that, and going to get New Coke, and never forget that ride back. I was so upset.
But the marketing on that was incredible.
It was awful. Hey, this is your main man, Mike D, on Cover 2 Conversations. Who do I have on the line?
This is Tom Alexander with the Orlando Apollos.
Mr. Alexander, thank you for calling in. This is Reginald Gray. I hit you up on Facebook to call in because we are trying to get some information about the Alliance of American Football and want your help.
Well, you came to the right place.
Okay.
All right. Fantastic.
Now, we're looking right now online. I didn't know that you guys had Steve Spurrier, the head coach.
Yeah. Steve Spurrier is our head coach. Coming back to the game after a few years out of it.
Yeah.
And he's brought back a lot of his former assistants from the Florida days and the Duke days, and ready to get after it. He looks rejuvenated out here.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now I have a question though. This is a brand new league. I'm officially making Orlando, since we're here in Tampa, making Orlando my home team. So I'm doing this because the dark times are coming after the Super Bowl, man. That's that dark time where your Sundays are empty. Your wife or your girlfriend want you to do the honey-do list, and you need an escape. So I hope the Alliance is actually the league that could do that. Are there going to be any differences between any of the rules or anything that may make them stand out from the NFL?
There are a few significant ones you'll see, but I would say it's mostly the same. The few we don't have kickoffs. Each team will start on the 25-yard line when the ball changes possession. Okay. That change was made with an eye toward player safety. Kickoffs are often some of the most dangerous plays in football, and the Alliance is really placing an emphasis on player safety and player wellness. We've got a lot of benefits for the players through the Alliance in terms of education assistance and mental health care, and really good insurance for the players to help them succeed not only on the field but off of it and after football's over for them.
Okay.
So so that was, I think, the reasoning behind that. No onside kicks either. If you want to try and get the ball back, you will get a 4th and 10 on your own 30-yard line, and if you convert, you keep it, and if you don't, your opponent gets the ball in field goal range.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Let's see. One more. We don't kick for extra points. Everything is 2-point conversions.
Wow. That's good.
It's about the scoring.
That's good.
So let me. What's it like in Orlando? Is there excitement around this? Is this like a low buzz? And you're waiting till the games kind of get started? Is there a big media blitz? Because I've not heard a lot about this, at least over here in Tampa. How's Orlando receiving their new team?
Everyone's been great. We've been blitzing as much as we can through local media and billboard ads and on social media. Where the team and I are actually in San Antonio right now for training camp.
Oh, okay.
We've been here all month. We've been here since January 4th. So we're anxious to get back and greet our fans and kick off, start our games on February 9th is our first game. We're hosting the Atlanta Legends.
Okay. Now, is there a TV deal to watch the games, or is everything going to be streamed online?
Yeah, no, we have a deal with CBS. So the first game, our first game, will be broadcast nationally on CBS. The championship game in April will also be on CBS, and then the CBS Sports Network, the cable channel, is going to broadcast a national game of the week every week of the season, and then there are some local TV deals being signed by the different teams. So I would keep an eye out for announcements about that in the very near future.
Okay. All right. Now, are you guys treating this? No, not you. You're not actually on the team. But is the league treating this like a farm league, a secondary league, or are they just like, look, this is our own brand, this is all we're doing. We're not trying to compete with the NFL.
Well, I mean, we're a spring league, so we're not trying to directly compete with the NFL. We're a complementary league to the NFL. Mm-hmm. So all of our guys have spent time in the NFL, most of them, some way or another, whether they were in a training camp. Some of our guys have spent 4 or 5 years in the NFL, and now they're, and then they got cut for whatever reason, and they're here to get some more game film and hopefully get back in the league.
All right, so
it's just, it's a second chance league, definitely. But I wouldn't say. I think once you see the level of play, you won't want to call it minor league or secondary.
Okay. Now, are some of the guys really like using this as, I hate to say last chance, but like they're like, look, I didn't. Cause I know,
absolutely.
I know Kenny Bell, who played for the Bucks. The Bucks drafted Kenny Bell, and I had a lot of high hopes for Kenny Bell. It didn't work out here in Tampa, and I saw that. I think I forgot what team he's playing for, but I know he's in the league. A lot of these players looking at this like, look, here's my chance. Put some game film out there and still try and make some attempts for the NFL.
Oh yeah, every one of these guys is trying to do just that. They're out here hungry. They're passionate. They're listening to their coaches. The attitudes are great. They're thankful to have this chance and to get out here and still get to play professional football.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know where the name came from? The Orlando Apollos.
Yeah, well, part of it is for Apollo, the Greek god of the sun, which, Florida and the sunshine.
Okay.
And also, it's also partially for the Apollo space missions.
Oh, wow, okay.
In Orlando, we're really close to NASA and the space program. And so it's also a nod to those astronauts, legendary astronauts, really.
Okay, and so you like
Apollo missions.
You're like a marketer's dream. We can go with the NASA, we can go with, the Greek gods. We got it all covered. That's fantastic. Okay.
Now, I got a question. Besides Steve Spurrier, which until before you called in, I just found out he was, I had no idea. And I'm maybe a tad bit older than you. But I remember the USFL when I was like in 8th and 9th grade. And Steve coached the Tampa Bay Bandits back then. Are there any other notable coaches that we should know about besides Steve?
Yeah, there's a lot. If you remember the old USFL, Rick Neuheisel, who was a quarterback in the
I remember
USFL and has coached at the college level. He's the head coach of the Arizona Hotshots. Mike Singletary is the head coach of the Memphis Express. We have Mike Riley, the longtime college coach, is the head coach of the San Antonio Commanders. Mike Martz, who you probably remember from the Greatest Show on Turf Days with the Rams.
Yeah.
He's the head coach of the San Diego Fleet. And Dennis Erickson, who's just put in the College Football Hall of Fame, he's the head coach of the Salt Lake Stallions. And the Atlanta Legends head coach is Kevin Coyle. It's his first head coaching job, but he's a longtime NFL defensive assistant and college assistant coach. And his offensive coordinator, you probably heard of, his name is Michael Vick.
Get out of here. You serious?
Yes, Michael Vick is the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta team in the Alliance.
Wow.
All right, Tom. Hey, now, Tom, before...
And I'm forgetting, sorry, I'm also forgetting Tim Lewis, who is the head coach of the Birmingham Iron.
Now, before I let you go, Tom, I know you do have a radio show. Where can we hear the radio show at?
Radio show?
I thought you had a radio show, a weekly radio show for the team.
Oh, we are going to launch the Apollo's weekly radio show. can be heard on 104.1 FM in the Orlando area.
Okay.
And online as well through iHeartMedia.
Okay, Tom, I do my research, dude.
All right, 104.1 and on iHeartRadio. And this is the first season of the
Alliance of American Football.
And we, Orlando Apollos. Wow.
That's our new home team, Mike.
A new home team. I got to go get some gear.
Yeah, get some gear. OrlandoApollos.com. Tickets are available. We've got 30,000 seats at $35 or less. Season tickets start at $75. We play our home games in the Bounce House, the Spectrum Stadium on the UCF campus.
All right.
So we want to get that place rocking for our launch game.
All right, man. Thank you so much for calling, especially calling in from the West Coast. We appreciate it. We'll keep an eye on the game. We'll watch the games. We'll report out here on Cover 2 Conversations here on In Touch Radio, and we'll try to get you back on during the season. You can tell us how everything's going, and how's the league doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Hey, I really appreciate it, man.
Thank you, Tom, man. And we're on YouTube, man.
Thanks,
So
Thap.
what I'll do is I'll send a link to you once everything's finished. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, bud.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, now this is Cover 2 Conversations, 2 Tampa natives, 2 topics, 2 points of food. Your main man, Mike D, always joined by
Reginald Gray.
And I think we here on In Touch Radio, and I think, man, somebody's got to pay some bills around here or something. So we're going to have to take a quick break, let Mr. Johnson pay some bills, and we'll be right back.
Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
In Touch Radio, where you can listen to a cruising flow of smooth soul and jazz, today's R&B, a fun touch of hip-hop and gospel.
All my music on one station.
Giving you a buffet of music, news, and entertainment. We're In Touch Radio, smoothing out your favorite R&B flavors.
What's your flavor? Tell me what's your flavor.
In Touch Radio.
So believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen of sundown 184-361-RIG. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RIG. Call Ricky, ask Ricky, is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RIG. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
My cheek bag, my cheek hood.
Damn it, I got swag. I'm bad, better than any chick you ever had. When I come through, the hating broads get mad. I let my locks swing the way they swing in they bag. Hop out the yellow Mustang, you can keep your Jag. Got my own paper, tell them put it in the bag. Focus on my riches and you comfy with the rags. If you ain't moving forward, then you need to step back. See, I'm about that grind and I can see that you not. You think you got time, somebody told you that you hot. We only got today, right now is all we got. I suggest you keep it moving if you think you got a shot. Cause everybody running for that #1 spot.
Boy, what is going on, man? You don't got gangster on me. You got gangster. You were neo soul about 3 weeks ago. Now
I'm a man of many moods.
Now
man.
you're in the streets.
I'm in them streets, man.
Who is that?
That was your girl Dynasty.
Dynasty, the world traveler.
Yeah, she left Tampa. She's out there in LA right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
she was in Europe recently. Right?
She had a tour in Europe about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yep. And that's from her mixtape. That's actually not her beat.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I think I
just in case you don't know, I don't know what you know, Mike.
Yeah.
You know,
Isn't that Ludacris?
That's one of Ludacris's beats. Yeah. So that's her mixtape. We got different beats in the background. But yeah, that's Dynasty. And I felt safe playing that one because she don't curse on the records.
Okay.
So good. I felt safe playing that one for Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl's like, hey, you need to do it.
Yeah, after last week.
Yeah,
and it's funny. I played the Suku song last week. I had to go home. And Daryl heard it. I'm like, I can't play it.
I didn't hear nothing.
No, I found it. I heard it eventually. But I'm like.
Oh, wow. All right. Hey, we don't got censored. All right. So, for us.
Hey, hold on one second before we go any further. I forgot to bring this up. I know we had the phone call Keldon earlier. The Lightning is still in first place with 49 wins. They're tied with Toronto right now, the Maple Leafs.
All right.
And now they're tied with wins, 49 wins apiece.
But what about points?
Oh, man, right now they're leading in points by 76 versus 62.
Okay.
Yep, and got a game coming up on the 30th, the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're still in first place.
We're still going strong. Going strong. So in the world of sports, trying to hang on a little bit of what's left for the NFL season.
Grasping.
Let me read you something that comes up from the NFL website. And the article is called Upon Further Review. So what it says is, and this is back in 2017, there were 39,677 plays. Only 429 of those plays were reviewed. Okay, so in 2017, NFL games averaged 155 plays. The vast majority, or 98.9%, are officiated on the field without instant replays involvement. However, certain plays require a second look. The most commonly reviewed plays of 2017 were 110 were pass completions, 52 was runner broke the plane, and 50 incomplete pass. So these are the types of plays that cause a review. The challenge, right? We know about the challenge for the red flag. Reviews are initiated by a head coach, 2 per game. A third challenge is allowed if the coach wins the first 2 challenges, or the replay official, any play after the 2-minute warning, scoring plays, turnovers. So now let's go to where we're gonna talk about right now.
We talk about one play here.
No, but it's important to understand the process. Hey, and I'll quicken this up. They watch the same thing we watch on television.
Yeah.
Right. Someone in the booth watch the same thing we watch on television. All right. So there's a game day central and there's replay. Then they can call for a review, and the referee will meet with other officials and review right there on the field. And then basically, what does it say? 37% of all replay reviews since 1999 have overturned the original call on the field. So only 37% overturned the original call on the field.
Uh-huh.
So
I got a question.
What are your thoughts related to an interesting play we had with the New Orleans Saints and the LA Rams? Looks like it might have been pass interference.
Might have.
And was not called on the field, was not called in the replay booth. I don't believe it could have been challenged.
You know what's funny? When I see that play, I don't think pass interference. I think helmet to helmet. The pass interference didn't cross my brain at all until after I watched it again. My first thing was 15-yard penalty for helmet to helmet. That's what I was thinking about. And they went helmet to helmet. He hit him on that one.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean, I know his helmet they hit, but I really saw him just running through him. I didn't really see him dip his head to helmet. He was just running, and he was going to run.
It doesn't matter if it's intentional or not. If the helmets touch, they're going to get a penalty on it. They're supposed to get a penalty on it.
Huh. So
but let's go back to the pass interference.
So that's 2 penalties.
Yeah, let's go back to the pass interference. Either way, there should have been a penalty called on the play. Either way you think about it.
Even though I was kind of happy to see a new team get. I mean, I kind of wanted to see Breeze because I really like Drew Brees, but they're in our division, blah blah blah. So I was happy either way. But that was kind of egregious. That was a bit egregious.
But I don't feel bad. You know why? Bert Emanuel.
Oh man,
I don't feel bad. I remember that Bert Emanuel play versus the Rams.
Oh man.
Oh, that's not a catch. And then in the offseason, they apologized to the Bucs and they changed the rule after that. Now, do you think they should make every play in the last 2 minutes reviewable or controversial play?
I would say why not? I heard the excuse, the game's going to be long, they're going to be drawn out and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I've just gotten used to the replays. I've just not really seen that. I've not seen like, oh man, this game is 6 hours now because of replays. I think in the 2 minute, it's one of those things when maybe it's about the points. If you're within a touchdown in this last 2 minutes, everything's reviewable. Because basically that's what the problem is. The problem is if you're losing by 3 touchdowns, we ruin the plays. Yeah, what's the point? But if you're down by less than 7 points, then every play makes a difference. And so why wouldn't you review every play?
I think something that was just so blatant. That's the issue. If it was something that's ticky-tacky where you don't kind of know, I could see people kind of like iffy ends. This was just so blatant.
But I don't know. I know you don't really get into this sport, but it is an interesting phenomenon that they were wrestling with, and I need to look it up. But in golf, they actually have, I don't know if they have it anymore, but they literally have in golf where you could be watching your television at your house, and you could call in and go, "Hey, I saw something." And they would check it.
You serious?
Yeah, you like a person, just a person sitting in your house. Call in and go, "Hey, that guy touched the ball." And I forgot what play it was. It was probably 2 years ago. But someone called in and called a play, and this golfer got a penalty and lost the tournament because of that. And it was questioned then, like, wait a minute. Now we getting, now we got people watching at their house, calling penalties. How far is too far? Because the issue I've seen since the video became a big deal in stadiums is you always see the players looking up the video. Everyone's looking at the video in the stadium, and then you see all these reactions. Whereas the part of the game is, hey, you got these people on the field. If they didn't see it. They didn't see it because every play someone's cheating. I mean, just watch your offensive line. Every play somebody's holding. Every play there's not a play that someone's not cheating. They just only get caught on certain plays.
Yeah.
I mean, you can listen to Mike. Well, it used to be Mike and Mike in the morning, and he talked about everyone's cheating. It's just, and that's why the ref is over here. He can't see me, so I'm jigging over here. So I just think that we got to balance the replay rules and doing the replays with the fact that mistakes are supposed to happen in the game, and that's what helped the game be the game. Somebody doesn't catch something. The famous play with the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
Immaculate reception.
Yeah, where technically touched another player, which made the ball dead.
Yeah.
But think about that. That play would be gone if it wasn't for a mistake.
Yeah.
The referee made a mistake. And this is your man Mike D on Cover 2 Conversations. Who do we have on the line?
Hello?
We have the referee from the New Orleans.
He ain't got nothing to say. We got the ref from that game. And guess what? The ref that was officiating that game used to play for the Rams.
Ooh.
Oh, add to the conspiracy theory.
This is man Mike D. I have someone on the line. Yep, I'm not hearing no one. Johnson. I said, now, Mr. Johnson, I picked up the phone like, hey, hello? No, I did not order Domino's medium pizza.
But no, that one part of the conspiracy theory is the dude used to play for the Rams. I don't know. Again, I'm cool. I'm cool with human error. Yeah. But something like this is just.
Yeah, it was really blatant. We got him on the line now. Who's on the line? Stop playing with me, down.
This is Brad Holmes.
Brad Holmes.
Brad Holmes.
Oh,
how you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, you didn't hear the conversation. This is Reginald Gray. I'm here with Michael Duff. Cover 2 Conversations. I don't know what part of the conversation you heard, but we're just talking about the Rams Saints game, and I know you may be kind of biased in this answer, but do you think it was a bad call?
No, I actually think that it's human nature and human beings make those calls with the referees, and sometimes they're accurate because those guys got a tough job. And there's, I've seen this been all over the media coverage and the news and the internet and all that stuff of calls that weren't made our way either.
Right.
Obviously that was, it's a recency bias where, people are only going to remember the last thing that you see, so if the call we didn't get was the last call you saw, then that would have been a big issue that we didn't get. So the call that they didn't get, or they, say that they didn't get and went their way, but, I think at the end of the day, it was two great teams, that, battled it out. It was a great game, great atmosphere, and, hats off to the Saints. Those guys are a great team. And, I don't think, and I think I heard somebody say something about, it doesn't come down to just that play.
Okay.
That decides the outcome of the game.
Great. Spoken like a true Ram
that's,
employee.
So that's my thing.
I like it, man.
Hey, Brad, let me give you a proper introduction. We on the phone. We have Brad Holmes, Director of College Scouting for the LA Rams, Tampa native, correct?
Yes.
You're from Tampa?
Sir.
What high school did you go to, man?
Yeah. I went to Chamberlain High School.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I played for the great, unfortunately, Billy Turner.
Okay.
Graduated in 97 and bounced around a few different areas in Tampa due to my mother being working at University of South Florida for so long. And love Tampa, love going back home and Hillsborough County. Rep it all the time, man.
Love it.
Now, were you with the LA Rams when they're in St. Louis, or you started when they moved to LA?
No, this is my 16th season actually. So I first started in 2003 as a public relations intern on the media side actually, and then kind of just flipped over to scouting and personnel for the 04 draft, and then have been full time in the scouting department ever since.
So you were there like the tail end of the Greatest Show on Turf?
Yeah, I caught it right at the end. A lot of those guys were coming into their twilight vet years with Marshall Falk and Kurt Warner, Torrey Holt, Orlando Pace, Isaac Bruce, a lot of guys, Aeneas Williams, a lot of guys that, as a young guy coming in on the team, just fresh out of college, I didn't realize I was surrounded by all these Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
But those guys were going into their vet years, and then, once those guys kind of stopped playing and retired or whatnot, we kind of hit a rough patch, right there, and, we kind of went through some different regime changes and all of that. But, yeah, caught the tail end of it, and a lot of great guys, a lot of great coaches.
Now, you were there, were you there with Kurt Warner? I know, or had Mark Bolger already taken over already?
Yeah, so when I first got there, so 03 season, that was when the whole Kurt Warner and Mark Bolger, real competition started to brew.
Okay.
And then that was Kurt's last season, and then that's when Mark had took over. Into the 03 going into the 04 season.
Yeah, Mark was putting numbers. I had him on my fantasy team. That's how I know.
What?
Yeah,
he put up great. Yeah, he put up great numbers. We had Mike Martz, as our head coach, and he was a previous OC under Dick Vermeil, and he knew how to dial it up and score a bunch of points. So
okay.
He put up a lot of numbers. Very, very accurate quarterback.
All right. Now, from what I understand, your dad played for the Steelers, right?
Yes, played from 71 to 73. Fortunately for him, his last year was right before they hit their Super Bowl run.
Oh man,
when they kind of rattled off all those championships. But yeah, definitely he taught me a lot, following in his footsteps. Played at A&T just like I did, North Carolina A&T, and went on to the NFL. And he never really forced football on me, but he always had me around the game, and I think he always knew I was gonna kind of fall in love with it. But definitely supported me in every way from a football standpoint.
Now, I know we have the draft coming up in April. I know free agency is going to start in March. Now, when it comes to draft, are there any players that have, like, how can I say this? Like, they're like stars in college, and the fans see them. The fans don't know the behind-the-scenes stuff. You see a player that's putting all these numbers up, these stats, and when you guys, you're behind the scenes. You're behind the Oz's curtain. Are there any red flags for these star players where you're like, look, the fans don't know this, but we can't take this guy?
Yeah, there's a lot of confidential information that just doesn't get out, that doesn't get reported, and whether it's, something from a character standpoint that the guys had some issues that's not publicly out there, and it could be just kind of a makeup situation from a characteristic standpoint where, he may have some personal issues that he's dealing with that, might not be the right fit for certain clubs, but it's not out there in the public eye.
Do you see?
So sometimes when those guys start to slide in the draft and everybody's like, whoa, and it could be a medical thing. And it could be a medical thing that popped up at the combine on an x-ray and an MRI and all the deep dives that we do from a medical standpoint, that it's just not out there in the public. And so when guys start to fall and slide and not go to where he's been pubbed on, Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, and all the internet pub and media stuff. A lot of times it's stuff that's internal of reason why they might be slack.
Yeah, my original question was going to be, what, like on the field, do you see that even though it looks great on television, it doesn't translate to the NFL? But let me stop that question. Let me ask you another question that's along that line. We talk about the combine. You obviously have been you scout these players, you scout them maybe for years, you're seeing their game, stuff like that. How much does the combine performance actually influence against their on-field talent? Because you see different things. When you see a guy on field, he's a beast, has a mediocre combine, and now it's all questioning. And I'm like, well, I don't know if you watch. I've watched the combine. I'm like, well, how many times are you going to do that playing football? I mean, those are special circumstances. So tell me, what are your thoughts related to the combine performance, or vice versa? They're mediocre on the field, but they're enough to get into the combine, and then they blow the combine up. 50, 225 pounds. How does it impact your decisioning?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. You really wanted to get some confirmation from those combine results. And if you're just speaking just for the physical on-field workout evaluation part of the combine, minus the interviews and the medical portion, but the workouts like the 40s and how much you press is 225 and all that type stuff, you want confirmation. If you think a guy's fast on tape, and he goes out there and he runs a fast 40, and you're like, oh, that's kind of what I thought it was going to be. But the guy doesn't look fast on tape, and he goes out there and blazes a 40, then as an evaluator, I've always thought, instead of just saying, he just ran a fast 40 because he ran track in high school, he doesn't play like that on tape, you should go back to the film and do more digging and find out, why did he run so fast on that 40? Because he did it. Like, you can't take that away from that player. But why doesn't it look like that on film? And then that's when you dive deep and say, well, what is that coach asking him to do? And how is that player kind of processing the information of what he said? Is it a mental thing? Is it a competitive thing? Why he doesn't play as fast? Is it a confidence thing? Or does he just have a track background that, he really knows how to start out those blocks and run a fast 40, but it doesn't translate on the football field? And then you got the other side of the coin where you see a player like Aaron Donald that plays for us that dominated his entire college football season and dominated the Senior Bowl, and then he goes out to the combine, puts up rare numbers where, again, it's confirming everything that you're seeing on tape. But if it doesn't match up, then you should always have the awareness to go back and look at more tape and dive deeper in that player and find out why it's not matching.
Okay. Now, when you guys, are you part of the interview process on the players?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Has any player that you could think of, you've done the interview process, you're sitting down there talking to them, and they're asking all the questions. Has anyone just screwed themselves over in an interview process just giving a stupid answer?
Yeah, it's been some interesting answers that come about. And, bless these kids. These kids are put in so much pressure, and they go to these training facilities, and they get prepped for interviews, and these kids don't know what to expect when they walk in that room, because every room is structured different. It might be 3 people in the room. It might be 15 people in the room, and you might be watching film, and you might not watch any film. You might have to go up on the board and draw up your favorite play. You might not talk about any fool. You might just talk about his upbringing and family. So, but these kids have been coached up to think what they are about to go into, but a lot of times they get caught off guard, and then that's when you might get some interesting answers that might come out of them. But yeah, I have heard some interesting responses to some questions, I'd say.
All right. Now, do you ever guys get any red flags as far as great player, does great interviews, but you have your investigation team, they do some background checks, and you find out that this guy has some off-the-field issues? Mm-hmm. Let's say he parties too much. He has a history of, Wait a
minute, how can you party too much?
Hey, listen,
I like to say I drink too much water. What do you mean?
I'm from Tampa.
There's 24 hours in the day.
But are there any situations where you hear around where this guy goes out every night? He's always going out. He's always out there partying too much, and where you guys sit down with these guys and say, "Look, we heard A, B, C, and D. Is this something that we need to be concerned about?"
Sure, yeah, and it's always case by case, and the longer that as long as I've been in it, you start to get kind of a traditional, kind of repetitive process you hear where a lot of these kids, they're coming in college, they're 18 years old, almost 17 years old, and it's their first time being away from home and being out of the nest. And so a lot of those kids, they might have fun or have too much fun. I'm not sure if you can have too much fun in college because at the end of the day, you're in college. I always tell kids all the time, it's like once you leave college, that's it. It's over. So enjoy it while you can, but definitely you want kids to be as responsible as they can, but you can't look past the fact of where they are from an age standpoint. They're 18, 19, 20, and a lot of times when we go into these schools and you talk to these staffs, they will tell you how much kids mature, from when they come in as true freshmen to when we're talking about them. Usually they're, at least been in there for 3 to 4 years. They're juniors or seniors or even grad students, grad transfers where. Here, but sometimes it doesn't click, and sometimes they don't really mature till they get into the NFL because now you're forced to mature.
Okay, now are there any? I know Herm Edwards said one time on one of his great speeches that he always gives, where he said some of these guys don't really love football, but they love what football gets for them. And
right.
Do you ever meet some players and he wants all the perks and fringe benefits? He doesn't actually care about the game that much.
Yeah, no, that's a common phrase. I want to say I don't think I've heard Coach Edwards say that, but I can definitely see that coming from him because I've always respected a lot of stuff that he said over time. But yeah, a lot of guys, like you said, they like what the game brings to them, might not like the game as much, and they might like being on TV and they might like, going to bowl games and getting gear and all that stuff. But it's like, if you didn't have any of that, if you're not on TV, if you didn't get all those perks and benefits from major college football, or even playing in the NFL, if you didn't get all those perks, if you just want to play football. And that's what makes it hard on us as evaluators, trying to really dive deep in their character to figure out how much badly does he want the game? How much does his passion burn? How much does he love football? And how passionate is he about the game? And that's our job, and that's up to us to figure it out.
I'm not going to front because Mike's going to have that concern with me once our radio show blows up. Mike might see that I'm all about the perks and the fringe benefits.
Fur coats in Tampa. He going to figure out a way to wear it. Turn the air gown real low. Diamonds and gold. And we old, man. We come from the day where you had the Mr. T chains. So, he going to come in here weighed down, neck hurting. And I'm going to have to, just kind of quiet him down. We're going to be coming up on a break here shortly. But let's ask a question about you. There's so much focus on the players. And that's your job. Who scouts you? I mean, how do we find that a good scout? What are the tenets or the characteristics of a good college scout? And where do you guys come from?
This is one of your job interview questions.
I mean, you just kind of appear out of anywhere and you evaluate my 18-year-old son who party a little too much and all that. I want to know about you. So tell us a little bit about how do you get into your world and the competition, right? Because you must run into other scouts while you're out there as well. How does that work?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. So everybody has different backgrounds. There's really no college degree where there's no major where you can say, look, this is what I'm a major in because I want to be a college scout, or I want to get into scouting. Everybody has different plights and avenues that they've taken to get to the point to become evaluators in the NFL. I can speak personally for myself. I had to take a harder role, like I mentioned before. I had to break in as a public relations intern because my degree was in public relations, but I always wanted to be a scout. So I kind of used the PR aspect to kind of get my foot in the door. And then as much as I enjoyed it, was able to transition over to scouting. But a lot of it is just work ethic. I mean, it's work ethic and discipline. And if you have work ethic and discipline and you really love football, then you can be a scout, and you can have I always thought those are the general foundation tools in order to make in a business. And most guys start young. Most guys start out of college and, in their 20s, where you're not really demanding a lot of money, or you might not have a family yet. You're not married and you don't have kids, and you can travel around the countries and you can stay late and do all that stuff. And a lot of times, you don't start off being highly paid because, they want to see how much you want it and how hard you're willing to work to stay in it. And the other thing is, it is pressure, like you mentioned, is that there's so many people doing it that doesn't even work in the NFL, so everybody, in terms from a media standpoint, you can look on the internet, like you can look at the internet or look on TV and you can watch the entire combine.
Okay, Brett. Hey, I got a question for you, man. There are a couple of players that are just obvious gimmies. You got Jared Goff, you got Gurley, you got Donald. What players have the Rams gotten where you felt proud, like no one knew about this? I found this dude, and he's contributing. He'll be a special teams player, but he's contributing to the team. Any players that you got that your favorite choice that come to mind?
I'm not sure if there's any so-called secrets anymore. Just in terms of how the coverage has evolved over years. So I'm not sure if he's a secret, but you always have appreciation for the undrafted free agents that end up making the team. Those are the guys that you really, root for, and you're proud of those guys who make it. We had a guy this year that made the Pro Bowl, Corey Littleton, a linebacker. He's a first-year starting linebacker, but he's been with us. He was an undrafted free agent out of Washington in 2016. And we signed him after the draft, and he came out and rolled up his sleeves and made the team and made an impact on special teams and developed into a really good linebacker. And fortunate for him, credit to him, he was able to make the Pro Bowl as a special teams guy. And it's having a good year now.
All right. Hey, Brad, thank you so much for calling in, man.
Thank you very much, man.
And before you go, I got to find out, what's your prediction on the game?
Thought
you was a scout.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
All right, Brad. Thank you, man.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
Hey, thanks, guys. Have a great one.
Later. Oh, great call,
All right,
man.
So, do we have another break coming or no? We got to pay some more bills? Man, you need to start spending money there. Hey, this is your man, Mike D. I'm always joined by
Reginald Gray.
This is Cover 2 Conversations on In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone's a star. Hey, this is 2019, the year of prosperity. Hey, I got to get out of here a little early. I got some things to do at home. Reggie's going to take you into the closing. Hey, listen to us every Saturday, 1 p.m. to 2
Cover
p.m.
1 Conversations coming up after the break.
Oh, Lord. He done start a new show. Well, there we go. Never mind.
Man, y'all lucky there.
Hey, watch us on YouTube.
Going buck wild, boy.
So believe we 100 down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay. Call Ricky, he coming. He taking care of state of Florida. Grab a pen or sundown 184-361 Rick. That's 184-367-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, push your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361 Rick. Call Ricky, ask Ricky, is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and giving you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
My name is Gil Sampson. I didn't come from a very rich family, and so paying for college would have been very tough. I don't know if I would have been able to go to the college that I went to, and then I don't know if I would have gotten into the career that I am in. So I think Bright Futures has done a lot to shape my life. Got a job as a structural engineer, and I design residential buildings, commercial buildings all over the United States. Because of Bright Futures, I was able to go to college. You know, so many kids just don't even ever get that opportunity. And to be able to do it and not have any debt when I graduated is amazing. And it was all thanks to Bright Futures.
Florida has created more than 1 million jobs in only 5 years, and a great education connects our students to these exciting opportunities. That's why the Florida Lottery has funded Bright Futures scholarships to help over 725,000 students attend college. Because every play is for education. The Florida Lottery.
That is my homie Gino Lexus. That song is "Last of the Dying Breed." Man, I love that song. And Gino, I'm gonna send this video to you because you were supposed to send me that new track with you and Asia Lorraine, and you didn't get it. I sent you an email 3 or 4 times, but it is what it is. Yo, shout out Gino, man. And right now, it's Cover One Conversations. Cover One. I mean, Mike had to leave early, take care of that family stuff, and we about to go buck wild right now in the next 5 minutes I got left here before Daryl kicked me out the studio. I want to give a quick update. Right now, the Tampa Bay Titans basketball team, a pro basketball team that we have here in Titans, they are 2-3, have a 2-3 record. They played in New York last night. And I've actually been in contact with the owner of the team, Basel Harford. He is a player and owner of the team. I'm not sure how that whole thing works out, but they have a game coming up versus Albany, which is coming up on January 30th at 7:15. If you are interested in going to the games, single game tickets are $15 for 18 and up. $10 tickets for 17. If 17 and under, it's $10, and it's free for 3 and under. They play their games over home games at Memorial Middle School on 4702 North Central Avenue. Again, we've been having kind of conflict time-wise trying to get him to come on the show because, again, he's the owner and player. So when they're traveling, they do a lot of traveling for the shows on Saturday, so he can't make it in. And I know one thing we were talking about earlier about the NFL changing the rules. One thing I do want to bring up is I had to bring this up because I got to keep some Buck stuff in there. And I mentioned it earlier. Daryl laughed, the Bird Emanuel rule. Now, if you're a Buck fan in that 99 game, versus the Rams, so I'm not going front. I didn't give the Bucks a chance in the world to win that game. And that was the game I learned always pick the high-powered defense over the high-powered offense. I learned in that game. I thought it was going to be a blowout. Oh, you went to it? Oh, snap. All right, there you go. And now, were you shocked how close that game was? Because I know the Bucks didn't have any offense, and I was like, there's no way in the world we stopping Kurt Warner and them. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, now y'all taught me something on that one. Shout out to Tony Dungy. But the last drive, Sean King was quarterbacking, throw the pass to Bird Emanuel. 20-yard line, I think it was. 20 or 25-yard line. We were close enough in the red zone where we could have scored. Now, the common sense in me tells me this. The Bucks offense ain't look good all season long. What's not going to happen in the last minute? Okay, catch or no catch. But still, we missed the opportunity because of a bad call. And then they called the Bird Emanuel rules. Go look online right now. They changed everything up on that. And going back to the Saints and Rams game last week, that was a blatant call. A blatant missed call. And I get the referees don't want to make any calls that are going to affect the outcome of a game. But this situation where they could do it. And I found out last week that the commissioner has the authority. If he wants to replay a game, he can do it. Yeah, it's in the bylaws. I saw an interview with T.O. who's talking about it. It's never been done. It will be making history. Hasn't been done. But T.O. had a good point. His thing was, We have to do the whole game. Just do it from the point of that penalty and play it from there. It ain't gonna happen, but it's something that that he could do. I can hear power moves outside right now. They coming inside the door. Ah, dang. But right now, the dark times are coming up, and I know we're watching the Super Bowl next week. Everyone's at Gasparilla. I've been saying for the last 3 weeks, that the Tom Brady era is over. You can't beat Father Time. And the last 2 weeks, Tom Brady has made a fool out of me. And I'm going to stick with what I said. Father Time's eventually going to get him. And I'm picking the Rams in this game. The Rams put so much money on that defensive line. Aaron Donald, your boy Dante Fowler from University of Florida. They got him a free agency also. They put so much money on that defense. Keep to leaves in that defense too. This is the time where all the money you spent, this is the time where it's time to pay dividends right now. And I am picking the Rams over behind Tom Brady. I said it. It's over. And stop making a fool out of me, Tom. You're killing me. Let Father Time do what he got to do. Man, you 87? How old Tom Brady right now? 41 years old. Man, that's 80 years old in quarterback years. Let it go, Tom. I mean, I know you got your wife. You got your little pretty kids. You got your money. You pause. You're a good-looking dude. Just let some other people eat. You know what I'm saying? You took the job from Drew Brees. Took it from him. But I'm picking the Rams, man. And hopefully next year we'll be talking about the Bucs. The Rams had a losing season last year, came in with a brand young new head coach, and they turned it around. And for people that don't like the Bucs changing coaches every 2 and 3 years, the reason is that 5-year period window from back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s of signing a new coach and giving them 4 or 5 years, man, you got to make a turnaround within 2 or 3 years, man. You got to at least get close to a playoff run. You can't have five win seasons 3 years in a row and 2 or 3 seasons in a row and expect to keep your job. Oh, I hear that cue. Man, Cover One Conversations was lit. Great show. Mike Dove left so I can talk some noise right now. Thanks for the applause. And coming up next, Power Moves. My man Joel. Not Joel Ortiz, but my man Joel. Enjoy yourselves. Cover 2 Conversations. See you next Saturday.
The yellow Mustang, you can keep your Jag. Got my own paper, tell them put it in the bag. Focus on my riches and you comfy with the rags. If you ain't moving forward, then you need to step back. See, I'm about that grind and I can see that you're not. You think you got time, somebody told you that you hot.